One habit all successful kids have.
I don't think there. I'm. I can't think of one habit that they would all have. They all are slightly different in their own way. They, I mean, they're all resilient for sure, but how they bring that resiliency is slightly different. So maybe I'm thinking too much at a granular level there. Maybe it is that, all of these successful kids, they do have that deep resilience.
Yep, yep. Best way for kids to make new friends because for the work, parents are generally moving one city to other. So, what do you think?
Through common interests. So that might be extracurricular activities. It might be that they are in the same class at school, but having that element of commonality, that helps them create conversation and something to bond on. And if it's something extracurricular activity where it is a common, like it's an interest and a passion and something that they are wanting and choosing to do, and that the other kids there are also wanting and choosing to do that, then it's far more likely that they have some sort of shared connections there, and that they will be able to develop those bonds.
Hmm. So, according to you, what would be the first thing a child should do in the morning?
So I would love to see all children when they're waking up first thing in the morning to actually take a moment to just pause, maybe look out their window, however it is, but just to pause and connect with what's the weather out there in that moment. And I specifically use the phrasing the weather rather than, looking for sunshine, looking for this, looking for that, because it's not always going to be the same. But bringing that element of mindfulness, bringing that element of connection into just being present in that moment, that will then start them off their day with a more calmer sense. It helps to bring it just sort of it really helps to bring that parasympathetic nervous system more online for them if
Hmm.
they're bringing some of those mindfulness techniques, if they're actually sort of creating those opportunities to just really connect and to be present.
Interesting. So, to put it in one word, it is like observing the surrounding, the morning.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. That mindfulness.
So what makes a child feel truly loved? Is it the attention which you will give, the 100% attention, which you already mentioned that earlier? Don't look at your phone while talking to your child. What do you think?
That's definitely part of it.
Hmm.
I think that a child being able to know that they are truly loved, that can also happen in the more challenging moments. So they might be doing something that they shouldn't be doing. They might be, yeah, that, where they're potentially in trouble for something, but being able to have those moments where you're still, they're in trouble, you're talking through the situation that's at play, but you're also reminding them at the exact same time that you love them. And knowing that even when things might not be going great, they're still loved, and that therefore love is unconditional, that is really powerful.
Mm-hmm. Often we see one philosophy that don't tell your kids to not to touch the fire. Make them touch the fire. Once they realize that it will make you burn, then they will automatically stop this. So, what's your thought on this philosophy?
I think there is an element where we need to let kids learn through natural consequence, and natural consequences are really important, powerful tool for being able to help support their development. But we also need to be conscious of when does it become a good learning opportunity for them versus when it might actually hurt them.
Mm.
And so as parents, we need to be thinking about, is it just simply that they have forgotten to take something to school and they might be a little bit uncomfortable, but they're not going to be in any sort of bad position? Or is it actually going to be detrimental to their health, like touching the fire?
Mm.
And just understanding which one is at play, and is it that we're actually nervous as parents about them doing
Mm.
whatever it is, or is it actually the child that it's not going to be good for them.
Yeah.
So learning is always going to be fantastic, but learning also has its limits around what they need to learn. Or that they shouldn't be experiencing.
Thanks for watching. To see the full episode, check out the link in the description.